Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with a review for Claws Season 2, Episode 7. Can you guys believe that the season is almost done? They only have 10 episodes. We only have 3 episodes left. This season went by so fast. Anyway, you guys, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? Desna is still outside after burning the damn wedding dress. Okay, I was like, bitch, I know you hot as fuck. And that's Florida. She's sitting there. She's still thinking about being double crossed by Zlata and the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory. And he's not even a fake doctor. He really is a doctor, but he has a side gig as a drug dealer. So she's out there, she contemplating, she's running it around in her brain over and over again. Dean comes out there, sees her, he's worried, like, what's the matter, Desna? Why aren't you moving? Why are you still out here? She won't talk to Dean, so he goes and gets Virginia. Virginia was like, girl, you been out here all night? What's wrong? You need to talk, okay? You starting to scare us. Finally, Desna snaps out of it. She was like, ain't nothing wrong with me. Y'all go on and get dressed. We got to get this day started. Desna has one thing and one thing in her mind only, and that's to get back at the Russian and the Haitian. So they get in the car, and, Virginia's doing her regular talk too much. Desna was like, shut up, shit, I need to think. I guess she's trying to come up with a plan right then and there. Okay, now we see Quiet Ann talking to her girlfriend, and, she's all like, I was thinking maybe we can put our names back on the list for the foster kid thing, and her girlfriend hesitates, and Quiet Ann was like, okay, well, if you don't really think so, she was like, no, it's not that, let's just see how everything goes, and if you and I are still together in September, then we will definitely do that. Quiet Ann, oh, we gonna still be together. I said, girl, don't be so damn sure of that. And then while they're talking, she gotta go because there's a knock at the van. She's in the surveillance van with her partner, and it's Dr. Ken. His nerves are bad because Polly had confessed last week that she was this madam and everything, but they was like, you ain't got to worry about Polly, okay? Even though she's crazy and she got some shit with her, we ain't even worried about Polly. We want Zlata. And the time is ticking, so they gonna have him go and talk to Zlata instead. And that poor kid, he is guzzling antacids. Poor man nerves can't take none of this. But he's got his mission, so he goes over to Zlata's house. He tells her that he wants to talk to her about his aspirations, and she was like, oh, I'm glad that you came to me and you didn't steal money from me, because people that steal from me, they get their ass killed. So I appreciate that. I respect that. Come on with me into this other room. So, he follows her into this other room, and he sees that they are waterboarding somebody with vodka. Got a like a handkerchief or something over his face and smashed his face down and pouring his vodka on the guy's face. So, Dr. Ken is looking like, Lord, this is not what I signed up for. When they finally stop, it's Roller, and she is trying to find out the whereabouts of Uncle Daddy. Roller says that he don't know where he is. Okay, so you don't want to play? Okay, then she puts him back down and has her goons again with waterboarding him some more. Again, he don't know where he is. All he knows is that Uncle Daddy was arguing with Desna last time. And she said, why are you telling me about Desna? I didn't ask you about Desna. I asked you about your damn Uncle Fatty. Knock his ass out this time. And she tells Dr. Ken to get the smelly things and revive him. So, Dr. Ken go in there, put it under his nose, and Roller wake up. And she was like, okay, now we gonna play this a couple of ways. Obviously, this ain't working. So bring him in. All right. And she tells her daughter to bring in the baby. Roller sees his baby, and you can just see the pain. Are like, oh my God, not my baby. Actually, it was some good acting because he truly looked like he was sick. She takes the baby from the daughter, and she's like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucking baby. She pulls her gun out, and then the daughter is just like, wait a minute, no. Roller was just like, I swear I don't know anything. Finally, he says, okay. He's on a bus to Queensboro. I said, is he talking about Uncle Daddy's supposed to be on the bus to Queensboro? She seems to be happy with that. And so she gives the daughter back the baby, and she walks out. So the daughter was just like, I cannot believe she's about to kill my baby. And, Roller was just like, that's his baby. And he's just relieved that that's all over. And then the wife says, well, you know what, Roller, I just have to tell you something. You are a good man. And she tells him that the baby is not his. And my heart was broken for Roller. So they using the baby to get to Roller. That lady was not going to kill that baby, but she knows that Roller really cares about it, and it's not even his baby. He just picks up the baby and takes it from the wife, and I was just like, oh, poor Roller. I felt so bad for him, you guys. Now, Bryce He's at the hospital. He's got this physical therapist nurse. He's trying to learn how to walk again, and he is frustrated. He's not motivated. He's mean to the nurse. The nurse was like, you know what, I'm going to leave you alone. Let you get yourself together. I got other patients that are way more pleasant than you. So Jen steps in, and, you know, he's feeling just like he just don't know what's going to happen. They got this surgery coming up, and Jen is telling him that she is going to be there. Don't you worry. Everything is going to be fine. She's just still so pissed at Zlata, and he says it's not really all Zlata's fault, because if I didn't go work for Uncle Daddy, none of this will happen. So he now feels like he just wants to move away. Him and the family, they move away. They start all over. He's not going to be in the drug dealing business anymore, you know, and it'll be all good. I was just like, yeah, in a perfect world that would be, but I don't know how easy it's going to be to get from under Uncle Daddy's thumb. And we also know that Jen has that damn crazy ass stalker former affair that is going to give them problems in the future now that they so happy together. Now Desna meets with her crew, and she's still telling everybody how she wants the Haitians and the Russians to pay for what they did to her. Uncle Daddy says, you know what? I can destroy the Haitian supply. Let me make a few calls, see what I can do. And Desna was like, yeah, this is a good idea. You know what? Zlata taught me how to make a mean Molotov cocktail. They was like, oh shit, you trying to burn the bitch down to the ground? Yes. Uncle Daddy comes back and lets them know that he made his calls and that it's going to be a light crew at the warehouse where the Haitian keeps their drugs because there's something going on the next day. Okay, so if we want to hit them, we need to hit them tomorrow. The girls is not real sure about this, and they trying to stop Desna, but Desna is determined. She says she ain't waiting, and the shit is going down tomorrow. So next day, we see Desna on the boat. They rolling into where the warehouse is with Rolla, Virginia, Uncle Daddy, and Quiet Ann. Quiet Ann was just like, Desna, you sure you want to do this? I mean, we can... And Quiet Ann want to put a hex on them. Desna's like, we ain't got time for that. No, we about to do this today. So they pull up to the dock. Virginia has animal masks for everybody. Everybody's face got to be covered up, right? Even though you can clearly see who all of them are. But anyway, they have their mask on. We are here. Let's do this. I was nervous for them because it's like midday. Bright as hell. They're running through there. Like I was just like, oh my God, they're going to get caught. But they don't get caught. They get into the room where the drugs are. It's Virginia, Quiet Ann, and Desna. And outside they hear shots. Okay, so they just like, oh my God, oh my God. When somebody comes to the door, they think that it might be the Haitians, but no, it is actually Uncle Daddy and Roller. Okay, they did kill a couple of security out there, but you know what? Now that they done made all that fucking noise, that means that the cavalry is on its way, so we gotta burn this shit down. Uncle Daddy is like, no, we ain't burning down nothing until we take these drugs. They was like, oh hell no. Desmond was like, no, we can't be trafficking drugs. We can't be taking drugs like that. Quiet Ann in Virginia, she was like, I can't have my girls getting in that kind of trouble. But Uncle Dad's like, no, we taking all these drugs. Are you crazy? We're not about to waste all these drugs that's here and burn it down. So Desmond thinks about it, and she was just like, go on and take it. Quiet Ann was just like, no, we cannot do that. This is drugs you talking about now. Makes it a whole different thing. And Desna says, you know what? You are not fucking in charge here. I am. We got to hit them where it hurts. We taking these drugs. And then when they run out, that's when they are caught in a gun battle. They had, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lions sleep tonight. Oweemawa, 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 oweem. Y'all love singing that song. I remember singing it when I was in the choir. Anyway, while all this is going on, the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory is in a restaurant. He's watching a game, and it's a very rousing game, you know, and he gets a phone call from his crew. They let him know that they've been hit. Some people came in there, shot and killed some folks, and took all the damn drugs. The Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory is like, who the fuck was it? Desna, Quiet Ann, Virginia, Uncle Daddy, and Roller. So they are driving back to get Uncle Daddy patched up. Uncle Daddy is like, no, I'm fine. Okay, let's go and drop these drugs first. Hell, actually, it looked like Uncle Daddy was the best that he's felt the whole season, if you ask me. Now back at the shop, Jen and Polly are there. Somebody still has to run the shop while the rest of them go do what they doing. Jen is gossiping with Juicy. If I say, oh, look at Juicy, girl, I ain't mad at the come up. Jen is doing Juicy's nails, and then in walks Zlata and three old ladies. Okay, Zlata was like, we closing down the shop because I'm about to do some complimentary services for these 3 old ladies. When Zlata asks her if there's a problem, Jen says, oh no, I have no issue with servicing a woman that just tried to kill my husband. Zlata was like, well shit, he shot at me, so what you want me to what do you want me to do? So Zlata sits down for Jen to do her nails, and you know Jen of course is purposely hurting her, cutting her cuticles too short and all of that. Zlata keeps pulling her hand back. She was like, are you hurting me on purpose? And that's when Polly was like, okay. You know, how about I put some music on and Jen, you go get everybody something to drink. And then when Jen goes to the back, Polly goes back there and she's like, Jen, I'm gonna need you to learn how to compartmentalize. Okay, we know that you mad, what he did, what she did to Bryce and everything, but this is not the time. Jen says that she can't compartmentalize, and Polly says you can and you will. Get your shit together, Jen. So Jen goes back out there. She's still working on Zlata, still hurting her, you know, and Zlata can't take it no more. You know what? Okay, how about you take this money? Okay, make things better. And Jen was like, I don't want your blood money. And Zlata was like, here, well, let me give you more because I don't want things to be bad between us. And that's when Jen was just sort of like, well, okay, you know, Jen's weakness is she wants to be with money. And that's when she has like this weird, you guys know how on Claws this season especially, they have these dream sequences. The weather is bad in Florida, it's bad in the South. Fuck, it's been raining every damn day here in Atlanta. But that's neither here nor there. On the show, the power goes out. Jen has this moment where the ladies are talking about her and saying that she's going to be just like Zlata and all of this. And I was just like, okay. You know, Zlata, I guess Jen is feeling guilty about taking this money. But she didn't give it back. The old lady starts saying, kill the bitch, kill the bitch. Zlata's head is down, but when she looks back up, it's Jen in Zlata's outfit and hat and everything. It was just weird. The whole thing was weird. Once the power comes back up, then everybody is back to normal. And I guess Zlata's continuing to get her service, and then she gets a call. It is the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory, and he sounds pissed. We need to talk. We got to get together now. She was just like, is everything okay? No, everything is not okay. So she goes to meet with the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory, and he was like, they hit me up, they took all of my shit, and they're trying to figure out who it might be. Now, Quiet Ann is pissed with Desna. She, you know what, you gonna get us all killed. She is completely over it. And Desna tells Quiet Ann that she needs to just be easy and relax. And she was like, easy? None of this is fucking easy. But you know what? I am out. And I was like, child, Desna needs her a Quiet Ann on her team. They go back to the shop and they got the drugs and they just want to drop the drugs for a minute. But the girls was like, you know, then Uncle Daddy would start talking about how they need to cut it. And they was like, oh no, you can't be cutting no damn drugs at the salon. All this is going on, and Quiet Ann and Desna, you know, they face off again. Desna was like, what is going on with you? And Quiet Ann says, look, I know that I'm Quiet Ann and I seem to like drama and all of that, but not like this. I ain't going to jail again for nobody. Desna tries to tell her that she didn't never have to even come back here, and Quiet Ann says, you know what, like I said, I'm out, and you let me know when you wake up. As far as Uncle Daddy and this bullet, Polly takes it out, you know, and she's sewing them up. You know, Polly has had many lives. And Desna's just thinking about why they are even coming after her in the first place. Uncle Daddy, as he's getting sewn up, he kind of has this look on his face. And she was like, what's going on, Clay? And he says, well, because of your license. And she was like, my license? He was like, yeah, your license. Okay, evidently the government was cracking down on people getting licenses for these clinics, and people who had records, people who had bad backgrounds, they weren't given these licenses. So Desna was good because she had a clean background, no criminal records, so they gave her the license. So that is why the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory wants to marry her, because if he marries her, then he can get the license when she's gone. She was like, when I'm gone, yeah, they was gonna kill her ass, and then he would be able to get the damn licenses. She was just like, over a piece of paper, and you guys knew this? You know, Rolla was like, no, I did not know none of this. But she's not listening. She is pissed. She tells Uncle Daddy and Rolla to get the fuck out. Cannot believe that you guys was gonna let them kill me over a piece of paper. Uncle Daddy was like, we was never gonna let it go that far. But she, again, Desna don't want to hear it get out. So when they leave, you know, she's still crying to Polly and Virginia like they were gonna kill me over a piece of paper, you know, and they were just like, I know, it's really terrible. And Virginia says, okay, well, you need to start acting right again, because like right now, because the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory is coming in. She's got like her whole full face of crying, and now she got to whip it back around. So she turns around and she's like, hey, baby. And he was like, are you okay? You've been crying. And she was just like, no, I was laughing, because Polly was talking about how when she used to be a backup singer for Belle Biv DeVoe. Polly, do what you do. And Polly was like, you never trust a big butt. I love Polly. Polly is whatever you need her to be at whatever time you need her to be it. Anyway, why are you here, baby? Well, he tells her, well, I was supposed to cook dinner for you. It's Thursday. And she's just like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Okay, well, you guys know what? I'm going to go and have dinner with my man. Okay, and they were like, oh, we were supposed to watch Real Housewives tonight. And she was just like, no, y'all go on and I'll catch up with you guys later. She leaving with him, and child, she looking back at the girls, and they looking at her with this like real worried look on their faces like, oh my God. When you find out that your fiance is trying to actually marry you and kill you, I guess you wouldn't be all that happy to be going with him anyway. So they get back at the house, and Desna's on the couch with him, and they kissing, and she just can't seem to get into it. Surprise, surprise. And he's just like, what's wrong? And she was just like, I got a good idea. How about we wait until we get married before we have sex again? And he was just like, well, I mean, we've done it a plenty of times. She was like, that's okay. It still don't matter. We can just hold off. Just imagine how exciting it'll be when the day actually comes. So he was like, okay. She was looking around like, yeah, motherfucker, you ain't getting another piece of this snatch ever again in your life. Now, this is the part where I was just like, oh, I knew it was coming. Quiet Ann is very upset, calls her girl and says that she really needs to see her, okay? And her girl says, meet me at my house in 30 minutes. When she gets off the phone with her, Dr. Ken shows up and he's telling them about the waterboarding and everything that the Russians was doing. And they were like, don't worry about it. We have enough for a warrant now, so you are off the hook. Okay, so Dr. Ken is relieved. Now, we see the girlfriend go and meet back up with Quiet Ann, and Quiet Ann is all out of sorts, and she's upset, and she's crying, and her girlfriend is like, what is the matter? Tell me. I said, oh my God, Ann is about to ruin it. Quiet Ann says, you know what? I work for some shitty people that makes me do shitty things, and I just got to get away from them. And that's all that they show us that she says. So I was like, please, Quiet Ann, don't say nothing else. Leave it at that. Now, the next morning, we see Bryce, and he's heading off into his surgery. Jen is there. It's going to be okay. She even waves some money in his face. I got this. Don't worry. I'm going to be here when you finish. Everything's going to be fine. We see Desna. Honey, she dressed up in her Versace-like bodysuit. And I guess her and the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory had a nice night. She's getting ready to leave his house, and she hears him on the phone. He's telling his people that he feels like Zlata and the Russians have double-crossed him, so he's telling his people to check up on that. When he gets off the phone, Desna goes in there and she was like, oh, I gotta go. Dean called and the lizard got in the house and he was very upset and all of that. So he was just like, that's fine, go on and go. Of course, he's distracted anyway. So she leaves out and calls on the phone and tells Roller to meet her somewhere. She's got a plan. She meets Roller at the shop and she tells him that she wants him to go and plant the damn drugs on the Russians. Okay, we're gonna make them pay for it. And during that conversation, Roller also lets Desna know that the baby is not his. And Desna can tell that hurt Roller. So she's like, I'm sorry, but we're going to make him pay for that too. So then we see Roller. And he is planting the drugs. At first, when they said they were going to plant the drugs with the Russians, I thought they was going to try to plant it as Zlata's. And I was like, that is definitely not going to work. But we see him breaking into this apartment and stuffing the drugs in this pantry. And so then I started thinking, okay, that's not Zlata's. That's got to be one of her goons. And I was like, that's probably that main goon's house. Back at the shop, everybody is waiting to see if Roller was able to get the drugs in. Desna's kind of worried. They just got to wait and see. Dean and Virginia come in. Dean has breakfast for Desna. She was like, oh, Dean, I told you don't have to take care of me. While Dean and Virginia is there, that's when Desna gets the text that, we good. Basically, he planted the drugs and everything is fine. Not only did he plant the drugs, but he also sent a text message to the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory and told him, I know where your blow is at, from a burner phone. So everything is going as planned, and now Desna is feeling a whole lot better. Okay, kind of like last season when we thought everything was going on the up and up for Desna. Okay, she's telling Dean how what their lives are going to be fine. She's going to always take care of them. They're going to get an even bigger and better house. And you know what? We're going to spend the day together, just Dean and Desna. So Dean is looking forward to that. During that time, we also see the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory then sent his people over to the Russian goon's house brothers, okay, bust in the door. He's looking like, what y'all doing here? And they was like, we looking for the drugs. And they look and see him in the pantry. So now they're about to kill the goon. And now Desna and Roller have successfully started a war between the Haitians and the Russians. Desna and Dean are back at the house. They get changed and they're about to leave back out. You know, everything is going to be so much better. Dean forgets something, so he has to go back into the house. And while he goes back into the house, we see Quiet Ann's girlfriend pull up with her partner in the police car. And I was like, that damn Quiet Ann. They rush up to Desna. We're going to arrest you, you know, for drug trafficking and racketeering. I was like, damn, just like Power. That Desna is a regular old Jimenez brothers. But you know, Des is like, wait a minute, I didn't even do nothing. Like, does Quiet Ann know about this? I said, oh, Quiet Ann is the reason that all this is happening, Desna. Wait till you find out. But they put her in the car, they pulling out, they about to leave, and that's when Dean comes out the house and he sees them pulling off and he's all screaming like, no, Desna, no, wait a minute, Desna, don't leave me. Chasing the car down the street and Desna is in the car looking back and seeing her brother run down the street after her. It was a sad, sad scene. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. About to give me something to eat and take it on back to work. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel's for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.